Pope Francis is expressing grief for what he calls a tragic terrorist attack during a mass at a Catholic church in Burkina Faso. He also condemned the attack against a mosque in the area. The Holy Father says that he prays for the souls of the deceased and that hatred is not the solution to conflicts. Burkina Faso is a Muslim-majority country ruled by a military junta. In the past 3 years, it has seen an increase in attacks on religious groups. Here to explain the situation and more is Bruen, president of the Global Situation Room. Brett, good to be with you as always. So what more can you tell us about these horrific attacks in Burkina Faso over the past 48 hours?
Well, look, the Sahel in West Africa has witnessed just an increasing amount of political instability, as well as obviously security instability. And that, as recent events in Burkina Faso show, has created a very dangerous, a very difficult situation. And this is only going to worsen if there is no intervention, if there is not more of a robust action. There have been efforts both by regional groups such as the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, but what we've also seen from a number of these regimes that have seized power is that they are not bending to their neighbors' pleas for addressing some of the both democratic as well as security issues. So at the moment, this situation is likely only to worsen.
Brett, you know this region well. What's at play here? What do you think is fueling these attacks and all of this violence?
Well, several factors. One, you have indigenous groups that have had differences with political power in these respective countries, but that has been exacerbated by interventions, namely from the likes of Russia and Russian-backed groups, mercenaries, but also we have seen extremist groups from Boko Haram in Nigeria through to formerly Al-Qaeda and other ISIS-aligned movements that have operated in this space. And the political vacuum and the political upheaval in a lot of these countries allows those groups to gain even more power. And quite frankly, the world, the United States, has taken its eye off of the region. It has not been a top priority during COVID and the pandemic, but also obviously with wars in Ukraine, Israel and Gaza right now, as well as the threat of conflict over Taiwan.
Burkina Faso, along with some other neighboring countries, left ECOWAS, the Economic Community of Western African States, recently. For those who are not familiar, Brett, tell us what led to that break and why that was significant.
Well, there was a push by the countries of West Africa who are members of this regional body. It's like the European Union, and they were trying to restore constitutional order to Burkina Faso after a coup. And they've done this in a number of different countries. But what we have unusually seen in the case of Burkina Faso is this pushback, saying that we're not going to cede to the regional organization's demands for returning to constitutional order. We're going to ignore them. And in fact, we're going to boot out a number of countries, international organizations. So this really has opened up a whole new chapter in how African countries are responding to international pressure. And it obviously comes with a lot of consequences.
Brett, before I let you go, I want to go back here to the United States. President Biden met with congressional leaders today to try and push the multi-billion-dollar national security package over the finish line. That said, how important is this aid to our allies, including Ukraine, Israel, and Taiwan? And do you think this deal will get done?
It is existential for countries like Ukraine as well as Taiwan. It's important that leaders here in the United States understand that, one, This aid is about American security. Let's not fall into a false belief that we can simply ignore countries invading other nations, and it doesn't increase the price of gas. It doesn't increase the price of products. It doesn't increase the amount of money that we have to spend not only to defend or support the defense of one country like Taiwan or Ukraine, but we will have to pay for the defense of all of our allies in NATO, all of our allies across the Indo-Pacific region. So this is a good deal for Americans. It's in our national security interest. It's in our economic interest. And I certainly hope that congressional leaders on both sides can go past some of the polarized politics of the moment and get this done for the United States and our national security.
All right, we're going to leave it right there. Brett, thank you so much for your time and for your insights. Always appreciate it.
Thanks for having me on.